I was 20, just back from college and taking my first shower of the summer. Showers at college were always so rushed, because there were always roommates banging on the door, and I was always late for class, and I was always really hungover. But this was a pampering shower. I was lathering up real good. When I got to my thighs, boy, panic steamrolled me. My upper left thigh was twice the size of my right one. I then did what any 20-year-old man in my situation would do. I called my mom. She told me to call the family doctor. He told me I needed an MRI test. The MRI people took the test and told me I had a tumor the size of a papaya. However, they could not tell from the test if it was malignant, so I needed to get a surgeon. The surgeon scheduled the operation for the first available time slot, a month and a half after the MRI test. I had a month and a half to wonder whether or not this thing in my leg was going to kill me. It could go either way. It was a 50-50 chance. Cancer. What is a person with cancer supposed to do? Why? Become an inspiration to all those around him, of course, and to remind everyone to be thankful for this gift called being alive. First of all, I felt it was my duty to teach others about the wonderful things they were missing in life. For example, when I was a little kid, my folks took me camping in New Hampshire every summer. So, my friend Jimmy, who is an Eagle Scout, and I organized a trip for some friends of mine who'd never spent quality time in the great outdoors. We went to Maine. Let's see. We took the Cronin twins, Frank and John, my best buddy Darren, and a couple of girls, Allie and Julia. We hiked up a mountain. No camping signs were posted every 20 feet along the trail. 3/4 of the way up the mountain, we made camp. Now, the Cronins and Darren and the girls, they weren't too keen on this idea, but I told them not to be afraid. Life is about taking risks. And I was now an expert on life, since I was dying, you know. Fuck all that no camping shit. Of course, the reason camping was not allowed, and this was also clearly stated on those signs, bears. Nasty bears, they were known to regularly attack campers and eat them alive. Campers, when you're a bear, are delicious. Night fell and we built a campfire. We talked and ate and drank until well past midnight. I took it upon myself to hit on Julia, who was a virgin, holding herself out for marriage or something stupid like that. I of course played the tumor card, telling her that she would be granting a dying man his greatest wish. She didn't buy it. I then tried Allie, who was nowhere near a virgin, and she didn't buy it either. I made some kids on, preached to them about seizing the day and all that nonsense. Nothing worked. This was not the treatment that a hero such as I deserved. Then, a bit past 1, Jim said he was tired and had to go to bed. He left us 4 boys and 2 girls sitting by the campfire. He walked off into the shadows to the tents in a clearing about 50 feet away. 10 minutes later, Frank shushed us. Shh! Do you hear that? We all sat quietly listening to the night. Frank looked right at me. I think it was a bear. Well, then we should wake up Jimmy, I whispered back. He's an Eagle Scout. At the time, that seemed perfectly logical. If a bear attacks, run to the nearest Eagle Scout. We were quiet for a few more moments. Suddenly, a small tree capsized. Crack! We all froze. We heard big footsteps crunching on the leaves. Then crack! Another small tree went down. We broke from our terror tableau and transitioned into desperate blind panic. Get Jimmy! We've got to get to the tents! I yelled and then bolted. Behind me, I heard more trees going down. Crack, crack, crack. Fear became everything. I was so determined to get to those tents as quickly as possible that I used everything that I could to push off of and increase my speed. Trees, boulders, the girls. When I got to the tents, Jimmy was standing there with a large tree branch in his hand, laughing. I looked back toward the campfire where Frank was also having a hearty laugh. No bear. In between us, scattered on the ground on the way from fire to tents, were Julia, Allie, John, and my best friend Darren. They all had minor injuries. A month later, I found out that my tumor was not cancerous. I wasn't going to die after all. I just had a fat thigh. They say a person's true character can only really be seen in a life or death situation. I was supposed to become a saintly soothsayer, not use my non-existent cancer as leverage to get laid. I was supposed to sacrifice what little was left of my life for my friends, not use them as catapults to outrun a non-existent bear. I was supposed to become a hero in what I thought was the face of death. Instead, I knocked down some girls. So, that's the closest thing I had to terminal illness. What did I learn? I don't want cancer. It sucks. And also, I'm a dick. It doesn't feel like a sitcom, does it? I need a better disease. Oh, I had mono for a year. Oh, but that doesn't kill you. It just makes you really sleepy. Can you get terminally ill on purpose? That'll take too long. Fuck it. Okay. Fuck this. All right. What else there Bogosian's pants say? Okay. The theme show. This is the one where you're supposed to have some sort of point. Yeah. I could get all socio-political and shit. Like Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon, they're always yelping about one thing or another. Like corporate America. It's evil, they say. But then they turn around and they make movies like Nothing to Lose and The Client. I mean, if John Grisham and Martin Lawrence ain't products of corporate America, I don't know what is. I'm not afraid of being a hypocrite, though, if it'll get me a sitcom. I wish I had the brass balls to complain about corporate America while making a great living in corporate America. I can't do that. I should qualify here. I know before I said I want to be on television. Well, I am, actually. A lot. At an annoying level, even. And some people might think that I'm living the dream, making money on television, no office job. But see, in my mind, it doesn't count. I do commercials. I hawk products manufactured and distributed by the same major corporations that are fucking us all over. I can't bite the hand that feeds me, for God's sake. I mean, I'm not to complain about Microsoft. My computer software never gives me anything but trouble. I think Bill Gates is a crook. But see, I was paid good money to dress up in a butterfly costume and help humanize Bill Gates and his company.